Hello and welcome, my Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 7-card draw. Cast and clear. What do I need read for this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new moon in Taurus, April into May 2021. I tried to do that all in one breath. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, 4 planets in Virgo, 2nd house, my sun sign being one of them. The Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Okay, my Virgs, my Virgins, how you doing? My Gins, let's all start calling you my Gins. How are you, my darlings, my brother, sister, mutable earth signs? Hope you are doing well. I have been busy AF, as the kids like to say. Work, career, vocation reads done, and man, has my work, career, vocation life been busy. Words of Grace from a professional witch is actually doing good. My book on Kindle, my first Kindle book. I have another ebook that I did called Spell Ingredients. Yeah, Spell Ingredients. So I took it off the internet because if I'm going to do it, I want to do it on a Kindle. I made it myself first. You know, I taught myself how to make an ebook. And Words of Grace was the second one. So Dylan Martinson, my Kindle editor, the millennial, figured out, because EPUBs, what the fuck is that? Is that a place you go to drink and what, do E? Or remember E? Generation Xers. Sorry. But he is also, as a result of being such a genius to work with, my constant contact campaign coordinator, which is a lot of because I do like the alliteration. So May 1st, Beltane, the anniversary of Drawing the Circle Productions, will be 23 years old. 1998, signed the DBA, incorporated later on that year. So he is putting together quite a lovely constant contact email campaign. If you're interested, drop me an email at drawingthecircle@gmail.com. Give me a couple of days because I have to check the spam if it doesn't go directly to my inbox. And I just made a video for it. So yeah, it's really cool. It's nice to have other people in the circle. Well, Drawing the Circle Productions started so long ago. This is a Virgo thing. You'll get this. Like, I started the S Corporation so that I could do, well, I started the company so that I could do readings and have like a stable tax base, right? So I couldn't get raked over. And then one of my lawyers says, you have to be an S Corporation. Okay. It's before LLCs existed. So, you know, that I could have stockholders. And now, like, bringing in Mal Flanders and Nancy Antonucci and Jill Schweitzer. It's so funny. They all have their own companies, but Drawing the Circle is sort of like a hub. So we've come a long way. I mean, it's been a long time. A lot of detours that were absolutely necessary. So just know I'm going to give you the best that I got in this reading today. So by all means, you want to see that happen, go click the links in the description box. Go get Words of Grace, $9.99, less than a pack of cigarettes, and certainly better for you, I'm going to say, depending on who you are. And the work that we are doing on Facebook is about to take off great, big, huge. I got monetized this year, so we are doing Zoom events on Facebook. I'm subscribed to Zoom, so I can have up to like, I think 130 people in the room. I don't want that many. This is too much. But we've done tarot parties, we've done workshops, we've done lectures, and we're going to be doing a lot more, as well as Mal Flanders. If you've checked out her Dollhouse series on our YouTube channel, we're setting her up to do some mediumship work because she's a medium, but I'm a rare. I don't like mediumship work. It's all right. I'll talk to angels and guides and masters and mystics, which brings us around to you. My darling Virgos, what an interesting year it's been, right? Work, career, vocation stuff, we're not doing that read, but Lord knows one way to torture Virgos, take away their service, right? So we've all had to rethink that for the most part. So this reading we are about to do, it is a waning moon read, right? It's a 7-card draw, 1 card from 7 different decks to get you the clues, tips, and hints that you need for a specific timeline. We are looking at the full moon in Scorpio on Monday, April 26th. 11:32 p.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York. And then, of course, we're looking at the 2-week period, waning to the new moon in Taurus, right on Tuesday, 3 p.m. May 11th. So this is about letting go and releasing and alchemizing and forgiving and all of that, reducing. But my guides this time around said, you're calling it a cast and clear. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, when the moon rides at her peak, then ye heart's desire seek. Wiccan read, poetic version. Doreen Valiente. So the first three cards we're going to get are about what you need to cast for. The next three cards after that will be what you need to clear to make room for what you cast for. And the last card down, because that's only 6, the 7-card draw, will be a card to clarify. So it's actually a cast, clear, and clarify read, but there's not enough room in the title box, so it's just a cast and clear reading. So all I can ask from anybody watching one of my readings is both feet on the floor if you can. Lord knows I'm a Virgo, I cross my legs automatically, unconsciously, because we are the only sign that crosses its legs. Go look. And focus on your breath if you will, right? Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And by all means, standard YouTube reading rules apply. It's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I don't understand why people thumbs down when it's not their reading. You know, it's like, why are you doing that? It's just not your reading. Just click off, right? But whatever. To each their own. So all the decks that I read are always in the description box. And again, both feet on the floor if you can. We are earth signs. Connect to Mama, connect to Mother Earth, and focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same to give you the clarity, guidance, and grace I can through these divination systems from my pantheons of the divine, particularly for my Virgos. Trying to cross every T, dot every I for you all my Virgos. Virgo power. Please take a nice deep breath. Exposition out of the way, foundation set. Here they come, and here we go. We're going to start with the magical spell cards. Achel by Lucy Cavendish. And don't you just love that name? Lucy Cavendish, the magical spell cards from Blue Angel Publishing. I will read the bookie book. I've just been too busy. I will review the whole thing, but my review right now is I love them. They're not all in perfect rhyme and meter, but whatever. I'm a Virgo. So this will be the spell fragment. What you need to cast for, or at least some indication. Breathe. Yeah, the ancestors of magic, of miracles, of mysticism, please. One card in clarity for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, watching this video, receiving this reading, maybe even giving this reading. What is the spell fragment we need? The piece of magic, right? The seed idea that at the full moon, and when the moon rides at her peak, then your heart's desire seek. To help us get in touch with our heart's desire, this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus. Oh, strength. I know Leo just got this one because I just did it about an hour or so ago. So you see, I've been shuffling since you heard my voice, right? Coming in with the riffle shuffle, right? So that this doesn't happen unless it's supposed to. Now, already, I am Leo rising, so I'm going to take this, not personally like Don Miguel Ruiz for agreements personally, but strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, I empower. Sort of like a psychic Viagra spell, kind of, sort of, with a nice strong cup of coffee. Strength, stability in this hour, maybe with some smoky quartz thrown in. Endurance, stamina, I empower. And as I said in that read, that strength can be all sorts of different kinds of strength. You know, it's going to be different for a Leo than it would for a Virgo, unless you're a Virgo with a Leo rising, perhaps, like I am. Like, you know, the ability to take a coffee table and throw it across the room. That's one kind of strength. But what about the strength that it takes to be courageous, right? Strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina. Is that emotional stamina? Is that the grace of endurance? One of the crone grace of the gateway goddess graces. In my book, Words of Grace, click the link. Yeah, you can preview it for free. And you don't need Kindle. Now they have it where you just download the free app. Go figure. Oops, I jumped to deck. D-E-C-K. Just clarifying. We are going to now do the crystal oracle. Now, we've got 2 oracles and then a healing system, but what I love about the way that they lined this up, because when they said do it in this order, I was like, why? And they said it's alphabetical. I'm like, no, it's not. That's magical spell cards, and then there's the crystal oracle. They said no, by pantheon, right? So it's ancestors, angels, ascended masters, the collective pantheon, C, the goddesses, the gods, and the higher selves. I was like, okay. So this is how to ground it, right? So you can cast, intend, whatever word you want to fucking use, with a stone, a crystal, whether you have it or not doesn't matter, because this is actually an oracle. It actually makes predictions. It's kind of cool. Breathe. For the voices of Archangel Ariel to be heard, my beloved Archangel Ariel. Archangel of the North, one of the 3, the powers of Earth. One card in clarity for your beloved Virgo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. They got the card of strength, and I have a feeling this might be a little bit different from the way that the Leo was, unless, like I said, they've got Leo placements as well. So what is the crystal oracle? What's written in the book, the stone itself, their own experience with it? Because honestly, if you have an experience with that stone that's different than here, before, during, or after your experience of it, that's fine. You do you. So please, what is their crystal oracle? My beloved Archangel Ariel, the Archangel of Lyons. And I'm Archangel Lyons, this full moon in Scorpio. Waning to new in Taurus, Tiger's Eye. Oh, I forgot my lucky Tiger's Eye. I do that every time. I think I've seen Practical Magic enough times that I could probably recite it to me. What wouldn't I do for the right guy? Apparently put myself through hell. But, you know, there's something about going to hell and back again. Every time you rise from the ashes, take a little less ash. Great weight loss suggestion. Let's look here. QRST, Tiger's Eye, which you have to say is a very earthy stone. If you're going to, I mean, all stones are element of earth, but, you know, Tiger's Eye, even though there's a lot of fire in there too. Keywords: calm, clarity, balanced emotion, communication, and intuition, which does make sense if you've got the eye of the tiger, the thrill of the fight, standing up to the challenge of your rivals. Just Sylvester's time. What was the name of that band? What was that band? Wait a minute, who was that? Why can't I remember the name of that band? They were one hit. Was that Foreigner? It wasn't Foreigner. Maybe it was. Comment below. I'll figure it out by the time this hits, because I'll Google it. So think of that stamina in the sense of that calm, that clarity, that balanced emotion, so that there can be communication. And so even if shit's flying around you like crazy, you have that calmness to hear your actual intuition. Remember, intuition isn't up here. Not that kind of intuition we're talking here. We are probably talking here gut intuition. You know, Virgo rules the intestines, right where the second chakra is. Money, sex, power, creativity, all that jazz. Oh, I didn't read what's actually written in here, did I? Because that's the thing. Like, I've been working with crystals since I worked in a crystal store in Porter Square, Massachusetts in 1988. Right? So to really take this in stride, to say however this stone radiates you, if you have been plagued with negative thoughts lately, then Tiger's Eye Crystal will help you rid yourself of those and help you regain a positive and more inspiring attitude. Well, praise the gods, hallelujah. You will soon begin to see things clearly, hence the clarity, and realize that there was really nothing to fear in the first place. Now, can I tell you, what did Leo get here? They got Charoite, which essentially said the same thing, that there's nothing that you need to fix. This is all in divine order. So again, if you have Leo placements, calm your thoughts and start to listen to your intuition. Know that all is well and that only love surrounds you. So, like, is the love that you need the love of the heart? Is it the strength, the courage? I mean, the word courage comes from the French word for the heart, the cœur, right? So the grace of fortitude in the heart chakra. I mean, that's Carolyn Mace, not just me and my book, Words of Grace on Kindle. Links in the description box. This card also has to do with communication. You may avoid unnecessary turmoil and problems by communicating clearly with others. Throat chakra, right? And make sure there is no misunderstanding. Oh, girl, I'm ready for that. All the readers are saying, yep, farm boy's coming back, and he's Virgo. I'm like, oh, is he? Well, we'll see. I mean, I'm not going to chop his head off, but all I ask is that I be properly prepared and ready from the mother of all things. You will gain respect and admiration for doing so. That sounds up our alley. Get yourself a tiger's eye. My lucky tiger's eye. She should have left it in the car, but, you know, otherwise we wouldn't have had all those Jimmy Angelo scenes, and gee, he was, what he looks like now. I'm still alive. Yeah, I'm the Jillian in that mix. I wanted so bad to be Sally, but no. That was me. It's my favorite line in the whole thing. Okay, let's get, whoops, skip dicks again there. I said it, skipped decks again. I'm having fun today. These first three cards, as I said, are about the cast, right? So you got the Strength card for the spell fragment, and Tiger's Eye for, you know, to help ground you, and what a stone to do that with. What we're going to get you now is the healing mantra, like a supplement to take, like a vitamin to take, to do the mantra throughout the rest of the waning moon. Now, it is a healing mantra. I love this deck, but Virgos, you got to work it for it to work. And, you know, mantras are very rarely once and done. Please take a nice deep breath. Okay. I hear you, my Ascended Masters. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing here screams that there's a soul contract, that there's necessarily anybody else involved here. We'll see. But it is a healing mantra thing. And love is all around. No need to waste it. We can take the town. Why don't we take it? We're going to make it. After all. So please, my beloved Ascended Masters, one card in clarity for the Virgo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the perfect healing mantra to help strengthen and support this strength spell? Strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, I empower. With Tiger's Eye, that clarity, that calm, to communicate ourselves clearly. Make sure that there is no misunderstanding, because everything's fine, and that though we might have gone through some fear, that there's nothing to fear here. What is the mantra to help us with that, please? This full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus. Creating cooperation. Other people are involved. You know, I'm a Virgo. I know I look like a Leo. Thank you. But no, I'm a Virgo. And yeah, I love myself. We are the fucking Hermit card big time. Creating cooperation. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. And you know what? I do like this one. If it's... I think this is the one that's about, wouldn't it be nice to have other people fucking step up and do what they're supposed to do, so it's not all yours? I think that's this one. We'll see. Creating cooperation. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. When cooperation is created, the unity of all is access to accomplish more in one moment than any one person can do alone. As a creator of cooperation, you are giving others the right to contribute. Oh, I guess that means I have to hear them out. Which only broadens the effect of collective expression. Once cooperation is created, all facades of competition melt away, allowing each individual to feel a renewed depth of self-worth by serving a vision greater than any degree of individual gain. This mantra is ideal for enhancing teamwork, transforming family dynamics, and increasing inner peace. Well, peace and calm. Right, so it might be that the strength that you need comes as a result of taking it all on your own and not delegating. Virgo? Nah, right? No, come on. If you want it done... If you want it done, give it to somebody who's busy. If you want it done well, give it to a witch who's busy. And if you want it done impeccably, give it to a Virgo witch who's busy. You know, it's Terry Pratchett extrapolation. What a great mantra, though, because this says this isn't all about you. Like I did say, I was feeling with that Tiger's Eye card, I was like, is this a soul contract thing? And I think it is. But a soul contract, you know, it's not always love and romance, right? It's not always that. It can be co-worker, right? You have soul contracts with every individual on planet Earth if you want to go there. Let's not without a shower first, right? So now we go into, the clear, right? That's the cast. So you're casting for strength with Tiger's Eye to create cooperation. That's pretty clear. So let's look at what you need to let go of. Now, these next three cards, as I said, are the clear. We're going to do the Caroline Myss archetype cards to sort of represent the 8th chakra, the mystical soul power being developed through a psychological archetype, light and shadow. Then we'll look heart, throat, third eye, crown, daughters of the moon tarot, what you need to be aware of inside of yourself, the interior world. Then we'll do the mythic tarot, root, sacrum, solar plexus, either how you appear from the outside looking in, or some aspect of the physical situation here. And sometimes it's holographic, it's all of that. So again, feet on the floor. Shifting gears, but in the same lane. Let's take a nice deep breath. Collective pantheons. My collective pantheons of angels, archangels, ancestors, goddesses, gods, Ascended Masters, and the higher selves of all involved. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. Please, one card in clarity. What is the dominant archetype going on in the 8th chakra of the Virgo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? I'm watching this video, receiving this reading, that may be manifesting not just in themselves, but in another, maybe not in their themselves, but in another, some way, shape, or form, in a situation, maybe some of that, maybe all of that, that they need to alchemize from lead to gold, shadow to light, to make room for this strength with this tiger's eye, creating cooperation this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus. 2 cards, just one, please. Taurus, there it is. April, May 2021. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. You guys, who else got this? Where's strength? I think Leo got this, didn't they? Why don't I see it on there? Support. That's why I write these down. Yes. So you've got the strength card and the slave archetype the same. I'm pretty sure. I'm just checking my list. Oh, I didn't write it down for the last one, but I'm absolutely sure that the slave archetype was there. Just give me a minute. I'm a Virgo. I'm scanning my clipboard. You know what I'm doing. Yeah, the Samaritan. Yeah, no. This is the same as Leo. I just didn't write it down, which is weird. I write everything down. So yeah, the slave archetype. So yeah, go watch. In other words, what I'm going to give you is for the Virgo, but there might be something in that Leo reading for you as well, even if you don't have placements. Now, the shadow and the light here. This is a tricky one. The slave archetype is a wild family archetype. I might not have said that in the other, in the Leo read. There are 9 families of archetypes. The last one is the wild card, and there are ones that don't really fit into others. But as I said in the Leo read, the slave archetype has the ability to become the master, and you'll see how. First, the shadow, the lead, what you don't want to look at, right? Or if you do know about it, you don't want anybody to know about it. Giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. And as I said, that's a little bit different this past year. You're not hemorrhaging your power to staying in your home and protecting your family. Yes, it's going to limit what you can do, duh, but you're growing in a different direction. This is different. Giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. So what is the choice that you are afraid to make? Now, an archetype can be with you reason, season, or lifetime, as well as with somebody else. Some people have lifelong slave archetypes. Again, Jesus, Buddha, Gandhi, Abraham of the New Testament, Abraham, the Exodus, the book of Exodus. I mean, so many, but they became masters, you see, as a result, but all in different ways, right? Well, spiritual and the biblical ones I gave you. So I just put you in very, very good things. See, I don't have the slave archetype lifelong. I have the servant, and a servant has a choice. A slave does not. Catch the light attribute on this, because this is what you're you're waning yourself to. Lead has 3 more atoms of gold, so 3 atoms have to be released. Surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. You know, I do that every day, but in other words, the slave archetype can come into my life to teach me something, for anybody, but it's not something that is in my lifelong. You have 3 circles of archetypes. Read Sacred Contracts, the Chronos, the Kairos, and the Cosmic. Well, the Chronos is lifelong since birth. Those are the easiest to find because you can look over your own history. But your Kairos changes, that second wheel, right? So it can come in for a season. And then in the Cosmic, something can just pop in for a reason. Right? A reason, a season, a lifetime. So the slave archetype here, this ain't no joke. That there is a surrendering of your will to the divine here. Now, this ups it. This is not just like, oh, do I want, coffee, tea, or milk? No, this is, I don't know what to do, and I am terrified of making the wrong choice. So I'm going to hand this over to the divine, but understand, surrender is not passive. Surrender is saying, okay, whatever you want me to do, I'll do, but then expect to be put into action. Expect something to shift. Now, there's a way of making that a punishment reward system that isn't really there. You say, okay, I am terrified to do this. I'm terrified sometimes to speak the word, right? That's a decision. Well, it looks like a choice. Difference between choice and decision is voltage, right? Like I said, coffee, tea, or milk, that's a choice. It has a consequence, but it's coffee, tea, or milk, right? A decision. I'm going to move to South America and grow my own beans, right? You'd have to uproot everything unless you're there already. Then it's just a choice, maybe not, right? So to surrender your will to the divine with complete trust, right? By the Wiccan law, you must in perfect love and perfect trust. Well, I'm no longer Wiccan, but I'll say this. In perfect love and perfect trust of the gods alone for me, because everybody else has bad days, right? Trust in the eternal, right? Perfect love and perfect trust. Everybody else, there's a sliding scale. Trust your gut. That is that eternal speaking through you. And that's what this tiger's eye is saying. There might be a surrendering, for a waning moon. You cast for what you want, and then you put on the altar everything that's like, okay, I don't know what to do about that. I don't know what to do about that. I don't know what to do with that. I surrender my will to the divine. Throat Chakra Chapter, Anatomy of the Spirit by Carolyn Mays. Where? Is that you, Diana? Amazons! Doing that all day. Not on camera, though. I feel like I can do that. I feel like you understand me, my Virgs, my virgins. All right, heart, throat, third eye, crown. Now, throat chakra is very indicated here, so this is the deck we got to look at. Please take a nice deep breath. Let's go deep here. My goddesses of earth. And the sign of Virgo, please, one card in clarity for the Virgo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. Watching this video, receiving this reading, more and more it looks like even giving this reading. Please, what is it we really need to know about heart, throat, third eye, crown? Here we need to address, we need to deal with the slave archetype, that we're going to need the strength, the clarity, the calm, the communication of the tiger's eye to create cooperation here. Now, maybe that's cooperation with the divine, but I ain't getting that. I get that there are other people involved here, maybe just one other person here. So please, a piece of tarot narrative, my beloved goddesses of earth in the sign of Virgo. What do we need to be aware of? Heart, throat, third eye, crown, the world behind our own eyes, our personal level of power, our creative intuition, this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus. What? Six of Cups. Now, look, I could code word the crap out of this. Someone from the past is coming back, except this is your heart, throat, third eye, crown. What we got here is the word compassion. What you need to be aware of inside of yourself is compassion, and you must give that to yourself first. Is the Six of Cups, a number of balance and harmony. To me, my mantra for compassion, although I have thousands of mantras, like Karuna Hum. How about that one? No, not even about Khan mantra. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be afraid of making this choice. It's okay. It's okay. Bring yourself into emotional balance, because you know what? Even if this is somebody from the past, some kind of memory coming up that you have no power over, or at least it feels that way, then you love yourself. You get yourself into emotional balance. So when you do clearly communicate, you are what? Calm. Centered, compassionate. So what comes out of your mouth need not be delivered like a blowtorch or an acetylene flame, an acetylene torch, same thing. A little blowtorch, maybe not acetylene. Thank you. Ooh, new guides. Great, engineer guides. You never know what happens during the circle. But that, you get what I mean? It's like that this can come from a very emotionally balanced place. You might not know how to do that, but however, surrendering your power of choice to the divine, what actually comes out your mouth at the moment that you need to do that, that's in you. Where else could it be? To bring yourself into emotion, to be compassionate. Remember, everybody's doing the best they can. Be kind, different grace. Be kind. Everyone you meet is having a hard battle, yourself included. So really give it to yourself first. Shit. You know, I had this gap between my teeth my whole life. I've done everything I can to avoid the Cindy Brady the Cindy Brady thing. Shit, I can't speak. We'll get you, Susan Olsen. Just bring yourself into balance. This is what you need to be aware of. You might, there's just a lot of love around you. You even said there's a lot of love around you, but this creating cooperation that you're going to need the strength for, I don't know. I think you're going to need the strength of the divine inside of you to pull this off, because your ego may not be able to make that jump. Your personality may be willing to, but your fears, right? That's the lead. Then alchemizes into the gold, the lead of the ego that turns into the gold of the soul. But here's the thing, the ego is just the most dormant, incubating aspect of the soul. What does this look like on the outside? Don't you want to know? I do. Oh, please. Breathe. Uncross your legs. Mark. Breathe. God, I love my career. Please, my God. Oh, my gods of earth and the sign of Virgo. Yeah, I hear you. One card in clarity for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, watching this video. Receiving this reading, please. What does this look like on the outside, affecting the root, sacrum, the solar plexus chakra for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign? Watching this video, receiving this reading, either how they appear from the outside looking in, some aspect of the situation in physical form, maybe some of that, maybe all of that, because they need to cast for strength. I'll make it plural. We need to cast for strength with Tiger's Eye, which I have plenty of, to create cooperation, because much more gets accomplished when everybody has a role to play. Role play, you big furry. With the slave archetype, they need to alchemize from lead to gold. With that Six of Cups, compassion for themselves and others, please. My beloved gods of earth and the sign of Virgo. What's going on the outer this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus, April, May 2021. We're dealing with the devil, darling. We're dealing with toxicity. We're dealing with fear. This may not be our own. I mean, it's major arcana. It could be holographic. It could be everybody there, right? What are the chains that bind you? Now, first of all, I am a pagan. You couldn't tell. But they have the god Pan here. Now, I love Juliet Sharman Burke, the author, who made this deck. This was one of the decks I used to read when I lived in Boston. I taught a prostitute how to read tarot so that she could do something and turn tricks. Tarot tricks. It was a long time ago. It was the 80s. So it bothers me a little bit that it's Pan, who's one of my gods. His statue is right there. I just can't see because he's behind my head. So to me, a god of passion, a god, the wild one, right? Lord of the wild things, Lord of the wood, teach me the way to quest for the good. Make my body stealthy and strong, make my hair flex and powerful and long, or something like that. It's a Laurie Cabot spell. I know I just mangled it, but it's in one of her books. Love, Magic, or Power of the Witch. I don't know. It's one or the other. So, but someone's in chains here, and I don't know. I feel like it's going to take cooperation to break these chains. Now, look, I'm a Virgo. I'm like, oh, I will break my own chains, but you can really only break the chains that you put on you. And some of these chains are, not all of these chains of fear, chains of illusion. Break chains of illusion and set all things to right. Reveal what has been hidden and bring the truth to light, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as I will it, so let it be done. Doing this way too long. Wikipedia Brown. Oh God. Wikipedia Brown. Yeah, there's been some toxicity here, and it's going to come up. And for you to respond with a compassionate heart, yeah, you might be in some of those chains, but if there's unfinished business, it's a waning moon, and it's going to take both of you to do it. And you don't want to do it, but you have to. That's the difference between a servant and a slave. A servant doesn't have to. They can quit or they can get fired. A slave has no choice. And this is a divine power thing we're looking at here. This is about your mastery. Fuck. My chakra with a rake, Mom. Let's move on. I've had just about enough of that, because let's have our last card down. Oh no, dear God. Good God, Goddess, all that is. Whispers of Love Oracle. Now, pretty much every card has the word love on it, but, you know, some of it's very agape, right? Let's just get this. From the higher selves of all involved. Even my third eye is rolling right now. Breathe. Seriously. Oh, and it's a horned god, too. Got it. Beltane, please, my beloved, beloved, beloved. Pantheons of the higher selves of all involved. 5th dimension and above. 8th chakra and above for the Virgo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, watching this video, receiving this reading, having an awful lot in common with the Leo read. What is the piece of information, inspiration, or insight the Virgo collective needs here? Really, that there's no wonder we need to cast for strength with Tiger's Eye, so that we're calm and we're centered, so we can communicate ourselves clear, and that love is all around us, so that we can create cooperation, because we're dealing with the devil, trying to be compassionate, surrendering our will to the divine. Oy, vaffanculo, please, what do you got for us? What is the message, piece of information, inspiration, insight we need for this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus? Love makes the difference. Love can help heal past hurts and provide a sense of security, self-worth, and importance. I'm feeling a come around, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this need not be romantic necessarily, right? This could be anybody, but it is that nostalgic thing, and love makes a difference. Now, whether you're going to them or they're going to you. With slave archetype, you'll know, right? Stay calm, stay centered, right? Clarity. See that there's nothing to fear here. So this is an illusion. Not that the devil card is saying the chains that you are in are made of smoke. Chain smoking, I call it, right? I think that's in Words of Grace too. Yeah, that is in Words of Grace in the later chapters. There's a whole dark section in there about shadow work and whatnot. But, you know, they look real, but you can push right through them. Right? You can just move right through them as insubstantial as smoke. So, this is about that clarity, and love will make a difference. Love can help heal past hurts and provide a sense of security, self-worth, and importance. So what kind of strength are we talking about here? Right? Strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, I empower. Is that about the ability to tune yourself to the compassion of the heart chakra? The sacred truth of the heart chakra. Love is divine power, and that sounds lovely, but sometimes it doesn't come like a gentle mist. It comes like a typhoon. Divine love, the love of God as noun and verb, has reduced me to tears with no one nearby. Just through prayer meditation. I'm a mystic, right? The love here is way outweighing the fear because only the love is real. And it makes the difference here. Do you have the strength to actually cooperate with whoever is indicated here? I'm sorry, I don't like code words saying Six of Cups is always about somebody coming back. But they're in your energy field. And really, they're in our heart. They're in our soul. They'll be our breath should we grow old. Fuck me. I don't know if I'm ever going to date another Virgo. I did 2 in a row now. I don't think so. Capricorn, that would be lovely. Yeah, I'll do another earth sign. Let me put this together for you. Please take a nice deep breath. Third eye roll. My collective pantheons of the divine, please, may the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, and obviously giving it this reading, be blessed with all that we need, known or unknown, this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus, that we may create the cooperation necessary, really getting that more gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play, because we are dealing with some aspect of the devil, some fear, some lies, some illusions, all of it based on a foundation of nothing, so that we need the strength, in stability in this hour, endurance, stamina. We empower using that calmness, that clarity, that seeing that there's nothing to fear here, and that we can communicate ourselves clearly with no chance of misunderstanding, but with compassion. With doing unto this other one as we would have others do unto us in this situation, yet at the same time, throat chakra, God, Goddess, Zeus, Buddha, Jesus, Fred, Wilma, Zan, Jaina, give me the words. You show me what to do. I will do this in complete trust and let the pieces fall where they may. Because if love makes a difference, well, then I can have the strength, the calm, the clarity, the centeredness. May we be blessed with the strength, the calm, the clarity, the communication, the cooperation, so that more gets accomplished when everyone in this situation has a role to play to break these chains of illusion with great love for self, the other, and compassion, surrendering our will to the divine, so that love can make the difference, helping to heal past hurt and provide a sense of security, self-worth, and importance for the well-being of all. So to be. So it is. Yay. Yeah, intense, man. Look, if you know what this is, comment, because I don't know what this is for me, and I ain't saying his name. I pseudonym all the men in my life. Why should they get the attention? Why should I share my spotlight with them? You know when they can share the spotlight with me? When they put a ring on this finger that I didn't put there. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it. You want more, subscribe. You want to comment, please do. You want to share it to everyone on planet Earth, have at it. I'm sure Dylan will appreciate it, because more traffic to the YouTube channel means more people gets to see his wonderful work. And if you want to find me on Facebook, easy enough to do, links below. If you want to book me, easy enough, find me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, we'll work it out. You want to come play with me on Facebook in a workshop or a video or something like that or other, Drawing the Circle Productions Facebook page, linkies in the description boxes below. Otherwise, wishing you all truly, truly, truly the very, very best and the very, very blessed, my brother, sister, mutable earth Virgos, my Virgies, Virgo power. Hail! Farewell, and blessed, blessed be